Hello, everybody. Passionate Elevations. Welcome back to another reading. This is just going to be like whatever you need to know, whatever comes out, whatever is, your spirit guide's most important messages for you at this time. We do have like a little bit of a different vibe today with this setup. I hope that you guys don't mind it. Okay, so I didn't pull any of the cards yet, but we're gonna do 3 options, and the choices will be, we'll know what they are after the reading because I'm gonna do it as we go along. So we're gonna start with the pile ones. I'm also recording this on a different device this time as well, so let's see how it comes out. So let's see, if you're drawn to pile 1, this is going to be a reading. Now at this point you would have already seen what card I'm about to pull and you would have already been drawn to it, and so that's what's brought you here, but I'm going to find out what it is. What card is pile 1 drawn to? The pile 1 collective. Ooh, there's 2, so okay. 2 came out, you saw it. So, okay. So let me see. So for the thumbnail though, like I feel this one. I don't know if you can see that. I know it's like pretty dark with the lighting in here today. This is like more like ASMR vibes on this video. I realize. Okay. Well, you have the storyteller. In the thumbnail, it'll be like a better picture of this. Okay. You also had the martyr coming out. So let's see. Okay, so if you're drawn to the storyteller and the martyr, I do feel like one thing I'm getting, like just to start off with, is that like what your spirit guides want you to become more aware of at this time is the fact that like your words carry a lot of power, right? Like your words are spells. So I feel like you're definitely being encouraged to like express yourself authentically, like really without second guessing. Okay. Like your vibe attracts your tribe, right? So in order for you to attract the people to you, whether it's romantic, whether this is like an audience, friendships, collaboration opportunities, like in order for you to align with what is really meant for you, you want to be in a state of attracting from your authentic vibration, right? Like the highest vibration of truth. Something else that I'm getting off of this too with the martyr here is like what I'm getting off of this from you is like you are like loquacious, right? Like you might use really big words because loquacious is like a big word that a lot of people don't even know what it means, right? Like maybe that's you, right? Like maybe you could have Leo Mercury like me. Like it feels like there's a lot of like flair in your expression, right? And like I don't know, it's like you have whoever I'm reading for, it's like like what, like because it's like I don't know, yeah, my ears ringing, like because I feel like people hang on your every word, you know. I feel like people hang on your every word, so it's like there is a lot of power in your influence, right? Like I don't know, I'm just seeing where like you I want to almost say that you're very convincing. So I don't know why, like you're very convincing, or like I don't know, it's like when you talk, people just like it's like they almost become like mesmerized, or like you could have this like ability to kind of like get people to do almost anything that you ask them, is like literally what this is giving. So you could have Gemini in your chart, okay, or like Virgo. It's giving a lot of Mercury. Like I keep getting that, like, because there's just something about the way that you communicate that is very effective. Like I don't know why I want to use that word. Like your communication is very effective. So, Yeah, this is about you using the power of your tongue. I'm hearing to get what you want. Okay. Oh my God. I didn't mean to make any like innuendos or implications there, but do with that what you will. Okay. Use your tongue to get what you want is crazy, but that's not what I meant. Like I meant with your speech. I meant with your speech. Okay. Or like this is even just like rallying support. Like this is like this could be you like advocating for a good cause or something that you're passionate about, but it's like the way that you it's like some passionate and like dynamic like authentic raw type of way that you express yourself is evoking the exact type of response I feel like that you want from whoever it is that you are or will be interacting with. So let's get some more cards. Okay, what else does pile one the storytellers need to know? Look, it came right out. Did you see that? It's like we have magic going on. So definitely somebody has Virgo in their chart watching this because we have the Hermit. And I did just say that with the Gemini Virgo energy that it's giving me with the Mercury coming through. This like gift of gab type of energy, but it's interesting because it's like you could maybe be very introverted or you could be very much like to yourself, right? But you're still like people could still feel really drawn to you despite that. You know, you could maybe wonder why like people feel so drawn to you when you're very quiet or when you're very like introverted or very to yourself, but you have a very magnetic energy. You have a very magnetic energy. So what do your spirit guides want you to know the most right now? You have the Hermit card coming out here. You could be like, you know, spending a lot of time in self-reflection. In this deck, the Hermit in this deck, she's depicted doing a form of divination herself. She's using a pendulum. I know it's dark and you can't see that very well, but she's using a pendulum in this card. So maybe you have been like sitting with yourself. Ooh, I'm hearing this like if you haven't been sitting with yourself and like, you know, practicing connecting with your spirit guides, source on your own, you're definitely being encouraged to do that. You know, spend time in solitude because that's how you can get a closer connection. That's how you can have a more clear channel or, you know, allow messages or information to come through to you. I'm hearing in a more audible way. So somebody watching this, you could be clairaudient, like maybe clairaudience is like one of your, because we all have clair abilities, right? And some are stronger and others, and so on and so forth. But you might have like strong clairaudience. Okay. You have the Knight of Swords coming out. So the reason I chose this deck, I like to use this deck because I like to see what messages come through, because even though it's a tarot deck, it has words on it. So the Hermit card says that there are some things that must be done on your own. And the Knight of Swords says be ambitious and chase your every dream. So I feel like what your spirit guide really wants you to know is that like even if you are like connecting with other people, even if you are in front of an audience, even if you are working on some kind of collaborations, like even if you find, you know, yourself in a position where a lot of people are just being drawn to you and like kind of trying to hang on to your energy, I feel like it's really important for you to like maintain kind of this like this sense of independence, or maintain like this sovereignty over yourself and your own energy, right? Because I feel like your success in the path that you're going down relies heavily on you having this like, they're really making me think of like having a strong root chakra. You know what I'm saying? Like, so at the root, right? At the base of the spine, the red. Like, and because when we are strong in our root chakra, we're grounded in our root chakra, we're at one with ourselves. We are at home in our own body. We feel at home in our own body. And when we have that feeling of safety, security, groundedness within ourselves, everything else stems from there. And everything that stems from there is what you could consider built to last, because it is built on a strong foundation of security and stability and feeling sureness, right? And so that is a feeling that you can need to have been finding within yourself and anchoring yourself to. If you haven't been, that's what you're being encouraged to do. Or if you have been doing that, you're being encouraged to continue. Um, okay, so I'm hearing like where success is when opportunity um, meets preparation. And I am also thinking of like how I always use like the Naruto reference, right? Like where how they talk about having chakra, and it's like and like how they refer to it in a sense of like it's the power that they draw on to make their jutsu work, and it kind of is almost like a you can imagine like sand in an hourglass, right? Where like it drains down, and as it drains down, it's like the power weakens until ultimately it's too weak to even do anything, and you have to give it time. Like you have to rest and replenish and rejuvenate and recharge so that that chakra like bar, so to speak, can kind of fill back up and you can use it again. So that's kind of like that's what this is giving. Like, you know, you like, you know, taking a, kind of an account of your energy. You're being very mindful about, you know, when you're feeling depleted and how much energy you're putting out versus how much you're receiving, and making sure that you are always, you know, taking an account of that every day, and being, you know, constantly, consciously mindful over yourself, right? Like this is really about you mastering the walking meditation, because I do feel like for people who are drawn to this, okay, like what your spirit guide is wanting you to know is I feel like you could be about to like, yeah, I'm here in a position of power. So for some of you, you could be going into a position of power, like, but I'm more getting where like you could be like going in front of like a large audience, or there's something like that where like if you are very sensitive to energy, or maybe you don't do, I don't know, like if you feel like start to feel like a sense of overwhelm, right, from like other people's energy, especially if it's like a lot of other people, that could be why you're being encouraged to kind of like focus on your meditation and grounding yourself to kind of like get ahead of any feelings of like nerves. Because even though the Knight of Swords isn't depicted and it's like anywhere near its traditional sense in this deck, I'm still seeing it in my mind where it's like there's this energy of like feeling kind of frantic, you know what I'm saying? So it's like it's really interesting because we started off talking about like expressing yourself authentically and kind of like without really thinking first, you know what I'm saying? And when you're doing that, it's like you're kind of like in this flow state, so to speak. But it's like, so I don't know, and it's like when you get this like feeling of overwhelm when you're communicating with other people or to other people, it's like you want to, it's almost like you want to avoid speaking without thinking while not in this flow state necessarily, because it looks like you could be letting this sense of overwhelm of other people's energy kind of like throw you off, and then you end up saying things or communicating things in a way that isn't a reflection of your best self or your highest vibration. Okay, so I feel like that is something to take away from this, is like, because with this mercurial energy, it's like that's why you're such a good communicator, and that's why like people are so drawn to you and people like to listen to you, and people are like more apt to maybe do what you say or follow your example, or advocate for the same causes as you, because you are able to like you know, you kind of like mirror, something could be an Aquarius watching this, you're able to kind of like mirror other people's energy back to them. And it's like sometimes that could maybe even be detrimental, right? Depending on like if that other person is maybe they're easily triggered, maybe they're very combative, maybe they're very defensive, maybe like they're very like maybe they just evoke like wherever energy they bring, whether it's one person, a group of people, it's like a collective energy that you're sensing, whatever it is. It's like this is about you being able to sense what the energy is, but have enough like control and self-awareness, enough groundedness to like transmute the energy actively as you're receiving it and sending it back. So I know that's like a mouthful, but I know whoever is supposed to like be able to understand that will. So okay, let's get a couple. That's crazy because I just seen the Knight of Swords and the like when I did that. I knew that was gonna happen. I won't be surprised if it comes out, but I want to pull just like a couple more cards, see what else. The reason why I was like saying all this stuff about opportunity and all of that, look, we have the Six of Wands at the bottom. That's what I'm saying. Like you're being noticed right now, okay, for something that you're doing. People could really be talking about like how good you are at something, or yeah, you know, like how talented, you know, it's really giving talent. This could even be people who like, ooh, I feel like you don't know, okay. I feel like you don't know even maybe that like, okay. So I feel like if you are getting selected for some type of opportunity, or you could be like winning some type of competition that you don't even know that you're a part of. I'm going to be so real. That's one thing I'm getting. I feel like too, we have the Seven of Swords here. I feel like also too, there's people who, you don't know that you're in competition with, right? Like there's people who are comparing and contrasting themselves to you. You don't even know this. You don't real somebody whoever's watching this. It's like I feel like you're not. You don't realize how. Okay, you don't realize how, and I feel like it's no surprise that you haven't realized this thus far, because a lot of people are too busy like watching you, trying to copy you, or like I don't know, they're trying to like diss you or shade you because it makes them feel better about themselves instead of just giving credit where it's due. That's why it's like if you've been sleeping on yourself, it's because other people, they're not even sleeping on you. They just are like withholding their compliments, right? Like they don't want to give credit where it's due. So, but I feel like this is about to be revealed because like we had the Ace of Pentacles. We also have the Ace of Wands here in this deck. Okay, ooh, you have this Strength card and the Magician. So hold on, let me sit with this for like 1 second. Okay, so like I said, I see you attracting new opportunities. You literally have the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands. So there's things that you're manifesting into your life because you have the Magician and the Strength card here. So it's letting me know that like there's things that you are manifesting into your life because, and you know, I was hearing this earlier in the reading and I didn't say it, but it's reminding me again of like you're someone whose confidence did not come from compliments, right? Like you're someone who, whatever your skill or your craft is, it's something that, despite the fact that you are a natural at something, I feel like, because the Magician and especially this combination of cards like definitely gives me that like being a natural at something, but I still feel like there has been like a significant time or effort that you have put in like behind the scenes, maybe that people don't know about, with this Hermit card being here, right? And this Seven of Swords and the Five of Wands, because it could be like people who are comparing themselves to you and feel like they're not measuring up. It's because they're not realizing that they can't compete where they don't compare, right? Is it's like there's things that have went on behind the scenes in regards to your journey or your skill development that other people are not privy to. Okay, so that's why they're not getting the same results, because they're not using the same methods, because they don't even know what these methods are, is what I feel like. And instead of like asking you, they can't let you know that they think that you're better than them. So they just try to figure it out on their own. And they're, I guess, not doing a great job. They're failing miserably, is actually what I want to say. So, but you have these new opportunities coming into you, the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles here. So I feel like this is what you have attracted to you through like your own willpower, like your own faith in yourself. Like it's really giving like, well, if they can do it, I can do it too type of energy. Or like you just have a lot of self-confidence, and that is what has brought you as far as you came, and that is what is going to continue to take you even farther and manifest these new opportunities into your life. It's your ability to, when you never see a failure as actually failing, you see it as an opportunity to learn and to grow and to become better. And so you have, and so you shall continue to. Okay, so that's what I feel. I'm gonna leave it right there. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you did like this reading. Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. Okay, Passionate Elevations. If you're drawn to the second card, this is going to be your reading. I don't know what the second card is going to be yet, but we're about to find out. Okay, I'm really excited. Pile 1 was great. I like this reading a lot so far. We're using the Archetypes deck to get the card that you're drawn to. And then we're going to be using 2 tarot decks to get more information about what you need to know the most right now, or what spirit guides, angels, ancestors, universe message is for you at this time when you find this video. Okay, thank you so much for watching. Okay, it's a pleasure to exchange energy with you. All right, you're getting the Virgin. Okay, I know we got dark lighting today. It's like an ASMR type of vibe. Oh my goodness. You know what, too? So this has to be happening for a reason. So, okay, this is going to be for people who are drawn to the pile 2 only, because I'm just going to trust. Because when I actually initially set up, because the reason why it's so dark, which the sun is starting to come up now, so that could be part of the message for you too, right? Like the sun is, I'm hearing Annie, right? The sun will come out tomorrow. So today could be that, or tomorrow could be that, right? Like if you've been maybe feeling down, or you've been feeling depleted, or you've been feeling like unhappy for whatever reason, right? Yeah, the sun will come out tomorrow, but you got to hang on till tomorrow. So I feel like, you know, the energy is about to really brighten up for you. Yeah, my ear's ringing. The energy is about to really brighten up for you. Like your mood, your spirits are about to really be lifted. Okay, so I don't know if something's happening, or you know, maybe you have been having some type of difficult like transits going on, where it's like, you know, just doesn't work well with your chart, because sometimes it's, I mean, really at the end of the day, like it boils down to that a lot of the time. So you could have Virgo in your chart being drawn to this. Okay, you could be a water sign. Okay, so I was in the very beginning, because I took it as something collectively. I know I'm like all over the place, I'm sorry. But when I had first started to go to record this video, it was actually exactly 5:55 a.m. at my time, like when I got everything set up and sat down to hit record, right? And I meant to read this in the very beginning of the video, and just completely slipped my mind, and I didn't think of it again until right now. So, so that could be a message that's coming through to kind of start off with too, is like synchronicities in general, and kind of like going with the flow, like because the 555 was a, you know, that's a sign, like, okay, yeah, this video, it's an alignment to make this video. Or so five, you see repeating numbers for whatever they are, right? Like it holds a different meaning, but the fact that you are seeing some type of sign, whether it's numerologically or otherwise, the fact that you're seeing some type of sign is a sign in and of itself, right? So a lot of people like get caught up on like if something that they feel like they're seeing. This is reminding me of like a client that I was working with personally, like a week or two ago. She was like seeing owls a lot and getting like a lot of owl symbolism, and she almost felt like some type of negative omen, and it wasn't at all, right? And I feel like it's so important to remember that like your spirit guides, angels, ancestors are here to protect you. Like you're never being punished. Like everything's always happening for you, not to you. Like you just have to know that you will be divinely guided and divinely protected, and you'll be shielded. You'll be divinely shielded from any adversity. So if you are seeing some type of signs or synchronicities and it's giving you some type of uncomfortable or like heebie jeebie-ish type of feeling, just know that no weapon formed against you will prosper. Can it be maybe alerting you that weapons are being formed against you or have been formed against you? And maybe that's why your spidey senses are tingling or you're getting an inkling? Yes, right? But let it, remind you to fortify that feeling within yourself that, you're powerful and you are stronger than any negativity that anyone is trying to send to you, okay? So, with that being said, I'm going to assume that the 555 message is for pile 2. So, I'm going to read what I was going to read in the very beginning of the video for the pile 2. It's making me feel like a lot of people are going to be drawn to this one. So, angel number 555 is a powerful sign that major positive life changes and transformation are coming your way. Hold on, let me drink water. Okay, sorry. A big transition is approaching, meaning old phases are ending to make room for new opportunities. The number 5 stands for adventure, curiosity, and independence, and seeing it tripled amplifies your desire to break free from old limits. Your guides are telling you to release old fears, doubts, and habits that no longer help you. It serves as a wake-up call to trust the universe and keep an open mind as your life path evolves. So 555 is all about change, right? We know 5 is about like change and like maybe sometimes the chaos or conflict or maybe a sense of uncomfortability that change can sometimes bring, especially if we're resistant to it, right? So as I was reading that, I was thinking like maybe people drawn to this one could also be a message if you're not like interested yet or have not yet familiarized yourself with numerology. That could be something for you to really start to get into, because everything is spirit and there are signs and synchronicities everywhere if you look for them, right? And so if you understand the vibration of numbers, if you understand the meanings assigned and associated to every number, you can divine the messages numerologically from your own environment. Okay, so I'll just throw that out there. Now let's see what we're getting off of the version card, which is what you've been drawn to. There was like so much, I feel like, already that we said that didn't necessarily maybe even have to do with this, but let's see. What do your spirit guides want you to know the most at this time? I'm thinking of that like, so somebody could, the movie Coraline could definitely be a confirmation for someone, because I know you cannot see that, but right there, like, it just looks like a face, and it looks like it has button eyes, but it's not even supposed to be a face, and it's definitely not supposed to be button eyes, but I am saying that. And I was just watching like a video essay about the movie Coraline the other day, so that movie could be a confirmation for someone, or if you've never seen that movie, there could be messages there for you, okay? There's a lot of like symbolism in that movie. I really like it a lot. It's one of my favorites, okay? So that could be a confirmation for someone. This is also making me think of what I was about to say is like, I forgot what it's called. Is it EFT or NFT or I don't think that's right. But there's like this tapping thing that you do like on different parts of your body, like that's supposed to like stimulate like the same sensation that your body gets when you receive a hug. Or you could be just like, you could literally even just give yourself a hug. Okay, but there's something about that like self-soothing, okay, like, and being able to like regulate your own calm system. Okay, so Okay, so this is reminding me a little bit of pile one, where we talked about um, your speech, your words being spells and having a lot of power in them, right? Because I remember like a couple months ago on our TikTok live stream, we were talking about no longer referring to it as a nervous system. And I think I had heard someone else say it before, and that's why I ended up bringing it up. But shout out to whoever brought this to my awareness. But it's like, why are we even calling it a nervous system, right? So maybe there's something about that, like not using that word, being more mindful of the words that you're using in general. Like, I feel like speaking positive affirmations. Ooh, speaking positive affirmations to yourself. This pile feels really different from pile one. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I don't necessarily think people would be drawn to both, maybe, but this energy feels a lot more like scared or like nervous, almost, kind of like. But you could be, I'm seeing where somebody could be like overcompensating for some type of scaredness or scaredness, like fear, nervousness, or like I don't know. This is like could be some type of like not feeling good enough, or just like feeling constantly rejected, or feeling like constantly unappreciated. Like, and somebody could be like overcompensating like for that by like being very defensive, or being like, well, I don't need anyone anyway, um, or I don't know. It feels like there's a pessimistic type of attitude towards like connections with other people, sort of like where you feel just like you're never receiving back the love that you give, okay? And it's like has maybe caused some type of like resentment or some type of like coldness, or this is like really giving me like this self-pity like type of energy, okay, that I'm getting so far. So this is not for you. Don't take it, but I do have to say what I'm getting. And so I love you so much. Like I do want to like just give you a hug. It's like it's okay, right? Like just take a deep breath in and out. Okay? Because I do feel like um so there is something that needs to be balanced here, because I feel like for myself, I have realized this over the past couple of days, where it's like it's okay for me to acknowledge that I'm angry. Like it's okay for me to acknowledge that I'm hurt, that I feel taken advantage of, that I feel disrespected, that I feel whatever kind of way I feel, because it's like we are here to experience the full range of human emotions. And when you feel this type of way, when you feel slighted in some type of way, or you feel taken advantage of, taken for granted, wronged, whatever it is, right? It's like you feel upset because you're supposed to, right? Like it's your spirit letting you know that no, you do, yes, you do deserve better than that. No, you don't deserve to be treated that way. It is for you to know that, right? But it's for you to like treat yourself in that way, right? And like set a boundary and standards for other people to treat you that way, that you have acknowledged that you deserve to be treated, right? And also to, yes, healthily express, or allow yourself to acknowledge how you truly feel, right? When it comes to maybe some type of anger or resentment or hurt feelings, sadness that you have, right? But don't stay there, right? Transmute that energy into, building a better version of yourself, fortifying yourself, embodying a version of yourself who is well respected, who is appreciated, who isn't taken for granted, right? A version, you know, start to acknowledge and embody the value that you see in yourself, and it will be reflected back to you from your environment, the people around you, your external, okay? So within, so without. And so let's get a couple more cards. We're going to use this tarot deck that has words on it, okay? So I like it because it kind of feels like a tarot and an oracle at the same time. And I forgot the name of this deck right now. It's just too bad, because I recommend it. I like it. ooh, I don't know, maybe I have other readers in here. I don't know, because for some reason I feel like reviewing this deck really fast. Maybe if you are a reader, you might do deck reviews, or maybe you're thinking of like reviewing some other type of product, or maybe this could be movies or music. Getting something about reviews, okay, for someone. But anyways, just really fast. The only thing, I don't know, leave me a comment if you're a reader too, and like how you feel about like the size of cards, because my only complaint about this deck is it's like damn near the same size as my hand, which makes it like harder to handle for me, right? And so I do prefer a deck that's like manageable in size. So I'm curious if anyone agrees with me. Oh wow, so I'm gonna put this back. I think Ace of Pentacles, that did come out in the first one, the first pile. Let's see, I have the Tower showing up there. Let's see what comes out when we shuffle. What does the people who are drawn to pile 2, the Virgin card, need to know the most at this time? What do they need to know the most at this time? What do they need to know the most at this time? Don't be shy. It's like low key, it's giving. Don't be shy. What does pile 2 people need to know the most? It's the 8 of Cups there. The 3 of Swords is underneath that with the Lover's card. What, pile 2? What do you need to know the most of this time? You have the 8 of Cups. I gotta be real. You guys know I can't make it say something it doesn't say. And I don't want to necessarily like give this message, but it's like, it's heavy giving pity party. So pile 2, I feel like there's a couple things you need to know, right? I'm here. So pile 2, I feel like you need to be validated. I feel like you need to be validated. That's what's going to help you to move forward. Because yeah, like somebody did fuck up. You're 1,000% right. They did fuck up. And yeah, they are going to regret it. Okay. But it's like, you have to remember how holding on to resentment is like drinking poison and waiting for the other person to die. You know what I mean? It's like whoever you do feel like has wronged you, taken advantage of you, not appreciated you, how much more of your energy are you going to give them by remaining sad about it, by remaining in your feelings about it, by continuing to like ruminate on it, think back on it, reminisce about it, and you know, like keep thinking of all the ways that they hurt you, and you know how you never felt vindicated, or how you never felt like, you know, you got any type of like justification, right? Like you feel slighted. And it's showing me where people who are drawn to this, and if it's not your message, you know, then good, but really, but for whoever's message this is, it's like there's a lot of energy that's being put into you know, something that didn't go the way that maybe you wanted it to, but I feel like you're just right at that precipice of transmuting that energy, right? The key to happiness, peace is acceptance, right? So it feels like the more you can find acceptance for whatever has happened, the easier it's going to be for you to move forward, to transmute this energy, to get back to feeling like yourself. Because, you know, regardless of like what happened here, it's like you're still worthy. Like there's nothing wrong with you. Like there's you know, and you know this, and it's like you need to just, that love that you so badly want to receive from other people, start by giving that love to yourself first, and I promise you it will be reflected back to you. Okay? Because it's like, you are right. You know, you feel like somebody didn't appreciate you, and you're right. You know, like, and hindsight is going to be 2020. Hindsight is going to be 2020 for someone. But by that time, they'll be looking back. They'll be this 8 of Cups and the 3 of Swords there, because you're moving towards situations where like you're valued. Your value is clearly seen. and easily appreciated, willingly, appreciated and honored and acknowledged. Okay. Yeah. And then the Lover's card was on the bottom. So it says, if your life feels stale, explore some new scenery. That's the message on the Eight of Cups. So if your life feels stale, explore some new scenery. It's okay to cry. It's okay to cry. So you could be simultaneously doing this at the same time. Like, you're moving forward, exploring new scenery, opening yourself up to a new phase of life, while at the same time crying, at the same time honoring your emotions, at the same time acknowledging, like, yeah, there is a lot of sadness. Like, you could be looking to the past, and maybe you're trying to, just accept it for what it was. And, you can get to a place where you're able to remember the good times, and smile, and you're able to, not forget the negative things that happen, but think of them and have acceptance and peace with it, because you know that hurt people, and it had nothing to do with you or anything that you lack, right? It had to do with another person and their short-sightedness and their inability to essentially see what was right in front of them, because they couldn't see past their own pain and trauma. Okay. And I feel like you know that. And so it says, will you or won't you? The choice is yours. So there is a new path opening up for pile 2, whoever's watching this. And it's like, you might be resisting going down it because you are still so hurt from something that's happened in the past, okay? Or you could be feeling like kind of depressed, right? Like, almost where a new path, like, it maybe should excite you, or it should evoke some type of emotion in you, but maybe it's just not. Maybe the only thing you can feel right now is this sadness. But look, you literally have, wow, so you have the Lover's card. Somebody could be a Gemini watching this. You have the Lover's card. I know this is a hard message, and I feel like we maybe even lost a lot of people up to this point, if this message was like kind of triggering for some people, which is crazy, because this is literally me, like, baby feeding the way I would like typically give this information. We have the Gemini energy here, so if you've made it this far, you definitely could have Gemini in your chart, or you could like resonate with Heyoka empaths, like sacred clown energy, right, where you're a channel, but the way messages come through to you could maybe like kind of sound like a dig sometimes, kind of maybe sound condescending or be triggering, but it's on purpose, okay? So that could be you. Me personally, I'm trying to become more palatable. Okay, but anyways, I want to commend. I was going to say, I feel like spirit guides are literally commending whoever has stayed for this message up to this point. You have the Sun card and the Strength card here. And I'm hearing the first step to recovery is admitting you have a problem, okay? And the only way out is through. So, because I'm seeing where, a lot of people are really resistant to this information, or really resistant to taking accountability, or reclaiming their power that they have, reclaiming their own power that they have over, their own mood, their own state of being, their own emotional weather, I guess, so to speak, right? So I feel like if you've made it this far, you are taking your power back, right? From, like earlier when I was saying, how much more of your energy are you going to give to a person or situation that already has hurt you, has already shown you, how little your feelings mean to them through their actions. That's what it showed, right? And so I feel like if you've made it this far and you're still watching, you're reclaiming that power. You're taking it away from them. Okay, you no longer have the power to make me sad. You no longer have the power to make me feel heartbroken. You no longer have the power to make me feel depressed, or insecure, or not good enough, or any negative thing about myself. You don't have the power to make me feel like that. That's what you're saying. This is the energy that you're embodying, right? You're reclaiming your own power. So that's really good. You could have Leo in your chart. Ooh, somebody could have Libra in their chart. You have the Justice card there. So you have the Two of Cups coming out. What's the Seven of Wands with the Magician? This is like, could be a random side message. It could be like for one person, I don't know. But I'm seeing where somebody is like, you could have manifested a relationship, but then you're like pushing it away because you don't want to get hurt again. So that's for someone, because it's like you could have got really hurt, especially in like love, like a relationship. And I see you like manifesting a new person, but then being afraid to get hurt again. So like pushing them away. So that could be another message here for like why it's important to like heal some type of pain or wounding. Because because I feel like if you allow someone to let you see yourself in a certain light, then it's like whoever you do attract, you're going to project these like self-limiting beliefs that you have onto this person and onto this situation, and think that like they're too good to be true, or they're trying to manipulate you, or they're just trying to they're telling you what you want to hear, or when after some time passes and they get to know you, or like you're vulnerable with them, or they realize how emotional you are, or whatever the case is, they're gonna like push you away or reject you or change, or a situation's gonna turn out like last time. You're gonna end up heartbroken again, like, and then you will embody the version of yourself that exists in the timeline that you keep like creating in your mind and overthinking about, right? So that's, I feel like, an important reason why like someone needs to hear this and do this shadow work, because it could be a block to something that you are trying to manifest, or you could manifest something that you want but then like resist it. Okay, so that's what I feel. You have the Two of Cups coming out here. So you have the Two of Cups and the Lovers. So the Lovers card is coming out here twice. So something is like really significant about that. It says, will you or won't you? The choice is yours. So with this Two of Cups and this Lovers card, there is maybe someone watching this, you need to hear that like some type of feelings between you and another person are mutual. I feel like you are safe to like trust someone, or you are safe to love someone. Okay, like someone could be a lot like you, I feel like, in terms of like knowing what it feels like, to put in a lot and feel like you didn't get anything back. Okay. So I'm just going to leave this like that. This could be a person that you know already, or someone that is coming towards you, okay? So I'm just going to leave this like that. I hope you guys like this reading. Let me know in the comments. I hope you take care. I love you so much. I'll see you in the next one. Peace. Okay, last but not least, we have pile 3. So we're going to find out right now what card you were drawn to, okay, because I don't know yet. I'm going to have to rewatch this and even see, because I don't even remember. No, I do remember. Okay, so, but anyways, let's see what card is pile 3 drawn to today. What's going to be their card? What do they need to know the most? Okay, so we have 2 coming out. You saw it. 2, count them, 2. So 2 came out. Now for the thumbnail, we're going to definitely use this one, because this one is going to be the thumbnail for pile 2. And I did feel like a majority of people were going to be drawn to pile 2, so I wouldn't be surprised if you maybe were torn between the second one and this one. But for pile 3, we have the Alchemist. Okay, so I really like this energy. Okay, I feel like you're a master alchemist. I feel like you're a master manifester. Okay, I see you feeling very powerful. Okay, like for this card to be also coming out to the Virgin, and like coming off of this energy of pile 2, where like people who could effectively make it through pile 2 and like do the shadow work, right? And like love and embrace the parts of their self that they felt like had been rejected or unloved. Okay, it's like they're going to increase their vitality, their power. They're going to have more energy to put into the things that they're trying to manifest, because less energy is going into things that didn't work out and feeling sorry for themselves and etc. Okay. So this is really making me think like you could be drawn to this power. You could be really familiar with like concepts of like, manifestation, like different types of techniques. I feel like, first of all, if you're not aware, something to always keep in mind is that we're constantly manifesting 24/7. Everything you see around you is of your manifestation because you are the creator. Okay. And so, what a lot of people don't realize about that process is um, shadow work is involved because your self concept is extremely important when it comes to the things that you are manifesting in your life, right? So if deep down you feel not good enough, if deep down you don't feel worthy, if deep down you feel all of these negative things about yourself, then it is not going to facilitate the type of energy that is needed for you to manifest the things that you want, because we don't manifest necessarily what we want, we manifest what we are, right? We attract things that match the vibration that we are actively embodying. So I feel like you understanding that and kind of reframing your self-concept, that's what's coming through to me here. And I feel like that is making it a lot easier for you to manifest the things that you want. I see you actively, successfully doing this. I see you being very focused, okay? Like you could be, I feel like someone who's drawn to this, you are the type to like kind of not want to like get too deep in your emotions sometimes. Like, you know, because I feel like it doesn't help you necessarily to like just you're not going to be the type to just like sit there and be sad, or maybe if you used to be like this you no longer are, right? Like you're taking heavy emotions that you feel and you are like actively putting that energy into something that like helps you, benefits you, makes you move forward, takes your, actively like takes your mind off of what's bothering you. I see you doing something that, you know, um, connects your mind and body, something that you use your brain and your hands at the same time, right? And I feel like that's really good for you, because I feel like as you're, whatever it is that you're doing, as you're doing it, it is getting you into this flow state. And I feel like part of manifesting what we want is not having resistance. It's totally about not having resistance, right? So it's like if you want to manifest something, but you're constantly sitting there and ruminating in your mind about all of the contradictory evidence that there is in the 3D that doesn't support your manifestation, right? Like you and your person are fighting, or you want money but you're completely broke, or you want a better relationship with your kids but they won't talk to you, or whatever it is that you want to improve in your life, but you're too heavily focused on where it's not working out. You're finding something that helps you to redirect your energy, okay? And I feel like you're being more intentional with your manifestations and understanding that like your intention can, will, and does always manifest, but it wavers when you don't feel worthy. It wavers when you change your manifestation because you feel like whatever it is you're trying to manifest isn't for you, isn't attainable to someone like you. So I feel like you need to understand that it's already yours, okay? So let's see what else is going to come out. We're using this tarot deck that also has words on it. I really like this deck. It's like gives tarot and oracle in one type shit. Kill two birds with one stone. Sorry, trigger warning. Okay. What other messages for pile 3? Pile 3, the alchemist. I like that. Oh, there's the tower card trying to come out. We have the 3 of swords. So this came out in pile 2. So just like watch pile 2 probably. I don't want to have to repeat everything I said in pile 2. We have the 3 of swords coming out here. So again, I feel like you're to the point of like transmuting these heavy emotions, right? Like honoring how you feel. Like, yes, I was wronged. No, I didn't deserve to be treated like that. Yeah, I'm upset. Yes, it hurts. But I'm not going to let it stop me. I'm not going to let it hold me back. Okay, it says it's okay to cry. And I feel like the pile 3 people where the difference in this energy that's a little different from pile two is in pile three, it's like I am getting that certain people are drawn to this one. It's like you don't allow yourself to cry. You don't like to maybe admit that you even are sad sometimes. Maybe that's not for everyone, right? But there's definitely some people where you need to hear that it's okay to cry. Okay. You have the Devil card. It's called Toxic Witches in this deck. It says, be cautious of those who take more than they give. So Three of Swords and the Devil. Pile three. You, you on the verge of like, you know what I'm hearing? I seen this meme the other day, and it was like, so Rick and Morty could be like a confirmation to someone. Maybe you really like that show, or maybe you really resonate with one of the characters. But it's reminding me of this meme I seen the other day, where it's like you live long enough. No, it's like you either die a Morty or you live long enough to see yourself become a Rick. So, or you know, the original phrasing, you either die a hero or live long enough to see yourself become the villain. And that's definitely the energy that this is giving me. So I feel like pile three, it's on my heart to tell you, don't use your powers for evil. Okay, you got to keep using your powers for good, because it really looks like you're on the verge of like letting some type of heartbreak or betrayal or devastation or just feeling of being taken advantage of or unappreciated turn you cold or turn you heartless or turn you dark in some kind of way, like where it's like kind of giving this like there's a, you know, and I have had to deal with like moments of overcoming my own like feelings of misanthropy, and misanthropy is developed in a person because of social interactions and because of just witnessing things that happen in their environment or the world at large that gives them like a disdain for human beings in general, kind of because of the vast majority of people who are dark-hearted, who are selfish, who are a product of their own pain and trauma, right? So it's almost you're in this like, well, if I can't beat them, I might as well join them. Like if everyone else is selfish and heartless and careless and cold, then I should be that too. And I feel like if you do that, you're just going to, you'll start to understand more, I feel like, why these people are like that to begin with, because it breeds a lot of negativity. I'm hearing the word fester, like it's giving. So Adam's family could be significant to someone, like the name Adam or Adams or that movie, or that could be a confirmation for someone. Because I'm hearing fester, but this is like literally letting something fester, right? And then just becoming more angry or more bitter or more cold over time, that you know, focus on some type of negativity over a situation that has happened. And I feel like if you do that, you'll see why it's not beneficial too, because I feel like you're going to go from feeling bad to worse. I feel like being dark-hearted or acting out of your pain and acting out of your trauma just as other people had done to you is not going to make you feel good. It's not going to make you feel better. It's going to actually make you feel worse. Okay, so I feel like that's what you need to know. Let's see. We have the Four of Cups. It says, try not to be so picky, okay? That's what we have there. I'm hearing like this, there's like this little song I used to listen to when I was growing up, which I think it's, I don't know, I guess it's like a Jewish hymn or something, because it's called I think it's called El Shaddai. But it would go like, I'd rather fight you, my ears ringing. I used to sing this song like at the top of my lungs. It goes, I'd rather fight you for something I don't really want than to take what you give that I need. And so, you know, rejection is God's protection, or, and you, again, don't get caught up on the semantics. Like, this is passionate elevations. We believe in everything. So, but rejection is redirection, right? Like, I feel like your spirit guides are watching you like cry and be upset and fester over something and still deeply desire something even that you're actually being protected from, you're actually being shielded from. And there's something much better that lies ahead, that awaits you, that if you let go of resentment and you let go of trying to hold on to the past, and or even just sitting in this energy of like holding on to the pain that the past has caused you, you will open yourself up to receive. You'll open yourself up to receive something, I feel like, that spirit guides are trying to give you, but it's like you don't even want it. It's like you don't even want it. So, and this is reminding me, I'm going to be making, I have a new channel up, which I'm going to, once I get, my first video posted, I'm going to be linking it on this channel where, it's more of just like a video diary type of vibe. But I'm going to be making an episode on there where I'm talking about the object of your desire and how nothing hits the same. Nothing can possibly hit the same because it is the desire in and of itself that kind of like adds the value to whatever the object is. And so it's like if you don't desire it as much, then it's like there isn't that pull, that draw towards it, and therefore there isn't that satisfaction to even be had, right? So it's kind of the human condition, right? It's like you have to get low to get high. Somebody could struggle actually with addiction of some kind in this, but it's like, because it's giving me a lot of analogies like that, but it's like, it's like if something, this is the human condition, like you need light. You can't perceive light without darkness to contrast against it, and vice versa. So it's like when something's good, it's like it's really good, but when something's bad, it's really, really bad. Okay, and it's the like intoxicating nature of something that makes it so appealing in the first place. So it's kind of a catch-22 because it's almost like the thing that you are the most drawn to, and the thing that would bring you the most satisfaction is maybe the thing that is like the worst for you. Okay, is something that is being dealt with, I feel like, in people who are drawn to this pile. So it's really interesting. I have the Judgment card on the bottom. We'll see if it comes back out. Let's see what else we need to know. Pile 3. This is an interesting reading so far. I feel a connection between all 3 of the piles. There's a lot of repeating cards. Okay. The Wheel of Fortune. Okay. So you have the 6 of Swords coming out. And I do feel like this is you trying to move on from whatever was like this pain, sadness that you had been holding on to. Okay, you're trying to, I'm hearing fake it till you make it. So I do feel like despite however you're feeling, you're trying to move forward. Like, that just sitting around dwelling on negative things is only going to perpetuate the energy and make you feel worse. So I feel like even if you have to do something like while feeling kind of sad or while feeling very emotional, you're still doing it anyway because it's a catalyst to your healing. Okay, yeah, this 9 of Wands wants to come out. It keeps like showing up. So you have the 6 of Swords. You have the 9 of Wands there. We have the Knight of Wands on the bottom. Then we have the 2 of Cups. Let me sit with this for 1 second. The 2 of Cups came out in the second pile with this Lover's card as well. So it does feel like relationships are kind of like at the center of this, maybe at least in the second 2 piles. And maybe that's not maybe what this is totally about, because everything is everything, right? And everything is just you pushed out and reflected back. So this is really about what the deeper message is. But with the 2 of Cups being here, you have the 4 of Cups showing up twice. Wow. I'm hearing negative Nancy. I feel like pile 3, like your spirit guides, I feel like really want you to practice more gratitude. Like do the gratitude rampage every day, right? Like, what can you look around and find to be grateful for, even if it's something that you might consider small or insignificant. But the more things that you start to notice that you have to be grateful for, and the more you get into that energy of gratitude, the more you will attract things that make you feel more of that feeling. But you can start just with whatever the small thing. Like, I'm grateful that I have water to drink, you know. I'm grateful that, you know, I have a phone to communicate with the world. I'm grateful I have a bed to sleep in at night. I'm grateful I have a mirror to admire myself. I'm grateful that I have a face and body that I find admirable. Then I can go from there. I'm grateful for my hair. I love my hair. I love the curls. Like, I'm grateful for my body. Like, it has been through so much and became stronger. Like, so do you see how I can start? Like, I started with a bottle of water, and now I'm like, you know, bigging myself up about like the fitness goals that I've reached and stuff like that. So it's like it starts with something little and then it grows bigger. And I feel like if you kind of make that a habit, it's going to help the way that you perceive the world around you, and it's going to help you attract more of that abundant gratitude like type of energy. Okay, so let me sit with this for just 1 second. You have the Nine of Wands and the Knight of Wands there. I feel like for someone watching this, it almost gives where like you take things being challenging as, and I used to be like this too, right? Like, I get this because it's like you could take things being very challenging or difficult as a sign that like it means you're supposed to do it. Like, literally, like, because I used to be like that, and I used to be like, oh well, if it was easy, everyone would do it, or I would just think that like I don't know, I was here to struggle and I was here to like overcome challenges. And in reality, it's like you'd rather fight for something that you don't really want than to take what you give that I need. Like, it's like you'd rather go against the grain, or it's like you'd rather take a resistant type of path where there's a lot of blocks and challenges and setbacks, but it's like you take a challenge as exactly that, a challenge, and you rise to the occasion, you rise to the challenge, and the fact that it is challenging you is what makes you not want to back down. And in reality, and it's like you don't have to. I'm not here to tell you what to do, but it's like you came to this reading for some reason, and the energy that I'm getting here is that like you could be, the juice could not be worth the squeeze. It feels like something that you're fighting really hard for. The juice is not even worth the squeeze. Okay, so let's see. You do have the Ten of Cups here, and you have the Six of Pentacles, and you see King of Swords, Death card. So I feel like for some of you, whatever it is that you are going towards, and maybe you feel like there's a lot of blocks or challenges or difficulties, setbacks in accomplishing it, obtaining it, achieving it, manifesting it, you might not necessarily change what it is that you want because you do know that you want it. But you might change the way that you are going after it. You might change the way that you're approaching it. You might change the way that you might change the way that you're going about accomplishing, achieving, manifesting something. Okay. It feels like you're undergoing some type of major change or transformation yourself with this Death card energy. And with this King of Swords, I feel like it is in regards to how you view yourself, how you think about yourself, how you express yourself, how you think about other people, and how you communicate with them. With the Six of Pentacles here, I do feel like there's something about, I'm hearing love the one you're with. I don't know why I heard that. I'm hearing there's something about, I don't know, there's something about like, I feel like you're having more discernment, right? Like, and instead of trying to like validate yourself or boost your ego by like getting people who it's like pulling teeth to reciprocate your energy, instead of getting them to reciprocate your energy, you're going to just start reciprocating the energy that people are giving you, right? Like whoever gives to you, you're going to give equally back to them. Whoever breadcrumbs you, you're going to breadcrumb them back or not even waste your time at all. You're going to start to have more discernment, I feel like, where you're putting your time, energy, and effort. And I feel like you'll be surprised at you know, the results that manifest from you doing that, especially in regards to how you connect with someone romantically, okay, or your ability to manifest a specific type of relationship. So I'm going to leave it like that. I hope that this does help whoever watches. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you and I love you. Leave me a comment, like and subscribe if you want, and I'll see you guys hopefully in the next one. Peace.